Go. So, when last we left off, the Fellowship of the Chili Sad was making their way on a mission to return Aurelia to her homeland over Nidia and to sort of reclaim her, potentially reclaim her rightful spot as heir to the throne of Ornidia that had been usurped by Akiathon and the Sawagins and the other servants of Benthus. To that end, you guys had traversed the length of Wildmount from Golgothir, and you guys had just sort of made your way from the Velven Thicket and crossed the mountains into the Festival Pool, where we had begun last session. You guys had sort of left the Festival Pool, leaving behind a sort of haunted house that had taken Will to the Feywild and had many secrets, it seemed. From there, you guys sort of spent the night in a cavern, in a cave that stank badly. During Angvor's watch, a subterranean sort of deformed cave dragon attacked you guys. You relatively swiftly defeated the cave dragon, but not before Girthang knocked out Carrick. Sorry. From there, you guys sort of made your way up. You guys sort of reached sort of the heights of the mountains there, and you saw sort of a vale, a sort of a valley, sort of in the heights of the mountains. It was sort of like a plateau a little bit. And you guys sort of made your way towards that plateau, and you saw that it was filled with petrified trees. You entered, sort of as you're making your way into this sort of petrified forest, you were accosted by two pallid elf guards that you didn't know were there until you sort of passed through sort of this barrier, this sort of illusion. And there you saw sort of a civilization in the sort of scattered and dead forest of pallid elves. You were taken before the queen of the pallid elves, who detained Carrick, and then you guys decided to try and leave the Pallid Grove, at least for the time being. And so after talking with some locals there who you found unfriendly, you made your way up to the surface and exited the Pallid Grove. So Fellowship of the Chili Sad, as you guys sort of leave the Pallid Grove, what are you guys doing?
All right, are we going back there to get Carrick?
It sounds like he's kind of settled in, it feels like,
Yeah,
He might need ARs back there.
I mean, aren't they going to release them once they verify our
Yeah.
story essentially?
Maybe.
Or I guess maybe keep them locked up forever. Since we do know the person they arrested and traveled with them for some time.
No. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we are coming back through here, hopefully, in the
On the way,
future.
yeah,
So,
it's true.
I mean, I think that in the future, we could stop back by and check and see if he's here still. Or,
I can always send him a message.
yeah, you could send him a message in a few days just to see where he's at and what's going on. Maybe he is released and we could give him our whereabouts at that point.
All right.
I don't know if there's a lot we can do for him right now.
Jail break. Jail.
You might be right. This might be something we need to do after taking home the princess.
I think we'll have more notoriety.
Maybe we might be able to get him a pact, or not a pact, like a symbol or something to show our trust. I'm sure they would have some sort of dealings being a few days away from the cliffside.
Yeah. Well, onward and downward
Westward.
off this
Westward.
mountaintop, I suppose.
All right.
I agree.
Yes.
So as you guys begin to make your way sort of through sort of the winding steep cliffs of the mountains, can I have everyone make a perception check for me.
Yep,
Oh,
that sounds about right.
yeah, you can take whatever dice you want. That's a good dice.
17.
17. All right. What'd you roll in for?
19.
19. All right. What'd you roll, Gerthing?
7.
All right. What'd you roll, Wilfred?
15.
15. All right. So as you guys are sort of making your way through these scraggy cliffs and through these high peaks and these deep vales, you guys begin to sort of see what looks like at first sort of just a flash of green scales. But then you see it again, and it's sort of a lizard-like person with sort of wings on the back. It's got sort of a iguana or perhaps even dragon, although not dragon-born type head. He's sort of lurking up in the cliff, sort of watching you.
Guys, I think we're being watched.
Is that the same one that followed us on the way in?
That was an Aarakocra. This is something
that's true.
different.
I remember wings.
Yeah.
I mean, we're out on a mountainside. I'm sure there's a lot of creatures watching us right now.
Yes, but a dragon creature just seems to be intently watching.
Is it?
Sorry, I just was just staring at the group.
Oh, not us watching you.
Is it a green shade of green I recognize from a dragonborn, or
Make a history check.
because I do know a green dragonborn.
That wasn't a dragon.
I know, but it's green scales. History is 7.
7. No, you don't recognize this.
What's the like distance wise?
It's up there a ways. Probably less than 1,000 feet, but probably more than 300. So somewhere in that 500.
That I can't Eldritch Blast it right away.
What?
Far enough away that I can't directly Eldritch
Damage it.
Blast it unless I had my wizard
Yeah.
super spell length and then spell sniper.
Spell
get 'em
sniper, yeah.
I'll say we
Is it
walk.
within 600?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think we're actually
I say we keep going until we get some cover and then
yeah.
probably make bed.
Let's keep
Make
an eye.
camp, we just set out.
I have a few things. I want to look at what
He
these
wants
things
to
are
read.
in this
wants to
from
read
this
his
cave
book.
I got.
That's true. We do.
We have a
beauty.
lot of things that I have no idea what they do, or I want to make sure that they're safe.
Well, yeah, I mean, we can keep pushing on. I mean, just let's make sure
We
we
need to make sure we're watching our back though.
And that too.
nobody
Hopefully-
let's have somebody have eyes on this at all times as best we can. I would say. Sadly, Demon Chat is not here with us at the moment. From has still not had time to
Yeah, for
maybe when we camp out for the night, I could, but it's not soon enough. So I mean,
All right. So you guys
Also,
continue on. Yeah. You guys
just
continue
keep an
on.
eye out for the guy, making sure is he still following us and how
I'll be helping lead the pack.
Okay. So you guys continue to make your way through, and again, you were walk. This is midday-ish,
Yeah.
because you guys left the cave and spent some time in the Palo Grove. So it's getting towards sort of the afternoon.
Mhm.
And he continues to follow you, but doesn't appear to be making any sort of
Mhm.
aggressive motion. So it doesn't appear to be a threat at the moment, as best you can tell.
Is he large like a dragon or is he humanoid?
Yeah, humanoid-ish. Probably smaller than your average dragonborn. But sort of like, again, you sort of think like maybe like a almost a cross between a dragon and a goblin, like a dragonborn and a goblin.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of like a winged dragonborn goblin hybrid sort of thing. Sort of a hunchback, long arms, long legs.
Interesting. Well, I mean, he wants something, but I mean, he's not. He may just be curious. It may just be a creature of the woods here, and could just be curious about us. We're a ragtag group of strange folk in his area, so let's just keep pushing, and hopefully maybe he gives up before nightfall.
Can I roll to see if I recognize what kind of creature it is, since I've lived in the woods for so long? Maybe.
Give me 1 second just to double check something about the creature. But you can roll. Sure. I just need to check what type of roll it would be.
Type of wildlife or something?
He's my dad.
What type of roll would that be?
Yeah. So give me 1 second while I.
Lots
Is it history? Would it be history?
I don't think I was gonna say that.
All right. A roll an Arcana check.
That's a 4.
4. You don't know.
Cool. Yeah, I have no idea what that thing is. I'm gonna throw my 2 cents in.
I will confirm, I do not know.
It's very helpful, Urdak.
You're at least more vocal than Carrick.
Well, yeah, I mean, seems to be nothing at the moment, so
Yeah.
not worried about it, but we're keeping an eye on him still.
All right. So you guys continue to make your way. And after a bit, you find sort of a spot on the edge of the trail that is sort of out of the way, sort of like a little sort of like circular sort of opening in the rock. It's not a cave per se, but it's sort of just a a place looks like where travelers have often you see a little used a fire pit in the middle, a place where travelers will often stay the night.
This isn't that convenient. Well, this looks like a
It's the easy camp.
good spot to set up.
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
We're getting close to stop for the day. Probably not gonna find anything better than this.
It's got the used before seal of approval. Pre-used seal of approval.
Yep.
Just take a look around and see if there's any signs of like previous conflicts or anything.
Okay. Make a make a Nate. Let's see. Make a survival check for me, please.
Fire pit.
Oh, yeah, that's a 27.
27. Okay. So as you sort of look around in this in sort of this again, sort of small, sort of hollowed out area, you see that there has been travelers recently. It appears to be only 2 sets of footprints. Probably with the 27, you would know that they were both Dragonborn.
Look at my
And and there don't appear to be any signs of conflict recently, although it does seem like they, may have damaged or sort of chipped away at some of the stone and some of the brush in the area.
Well, it looks like there's been 2 dragonborn through here recently, I would say, but I don't see any signs of danger in particular.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, if some dragonborn were staying here and there was any danger around, they would have killed everything.
Yeah.
They would
They
have
would've-
cleared it out for us, so.
It does look like they've chipped away at the rocks and cleared a little brush, but other than that, I don't.
Guys, we do know 2 Dragonborn who are hot on our tail. Or have been in
That's
pursuit of
true.
us, because we only killed
Go
2. Or, yeah,
kill 2 and there's 2 more,
yeah,
I believe.
yeah, Washia and one of the other-
One we try to keep captive.
yeah, but he,
Yeah.
yeah, we had to exchange,
Prisoner exchange.
yeah. So there are a few Dragonborn, 2 or 3.
Can I tell like how recently? Just like
Yeah, with the 27, I would say you would be able to tell within the last 3 to 5 days.
Mm,
Yeah,
Which-
looks fairly fresh, but probably a few days old.
Can we tell which way they were heading?
I'll make another check. Make another survival check for that.
You want to?
Alright. I can do it. I think, yeah.
Survival spell tells better.
19.
19. Okay. With a 19, you can tell they were heading away from the Pallid Grove.
Away from the Polygraph, so in the direction we're going.
Correct.
Yeah, they're
So they're.
ahead of us by a few days then.
Well, that's good. Would they have any way of knowing where you all were going?
Possibly.
And they could be trying to go on ahead of us and set up a trap or something. Potentially.
Maybe.
That is, I mean, that does sound very much like these Dragonborn. They are very wily, I will say, and have shown themselves to be formidable foes. Yeah, especially the leader of the group. That's, yep, every time we have encountered them, it seems we have fared at least minorly better.
Each time.
You didn't have me any of the other times.
No.
So it might be worse this
Well,
time.
they tend to always lose a member, and we tend to not.
Well,
Yeah.
we've lost 2 members since the last time.
But that was always the Palagrove elves that took
Yeah,
them.
well, but it's Morgana is one and she
Yeah.
chose to stay, and then it seems that we are down Carrick and hoping that he shall be okay. Yeah, whatever, but
Well,
he did punch me in the face once and I grudge ever since.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, I did almost kill him at our last little scuffle, so.
Don't worry, I healed them.
I was rooting for that. Well, I mean, maybe we could set up camp here and at least take these
Yes.
tracks. These tracks seem to be heading in the same direction as us anyways, so we might as well follow
There's
them.
Hundreds of Dragonborns that live in
True.
this.
Yeah,
it's
continent.
true. There's-
Well, right now,
Yeah.
let's just finish setting up camp and
Yeah.
I'm gonna
There's
kind of scout around while everybody's
kids.
setting up camp and make sure, see if the green guy, see if he's still behind us,
Okay. Make a perception check, for
got 20.
20. All right. So as sort of the others begin to set up camp in this sort of hollow, you head out and sort of look around, your eyes sort of dart around. First, you don't see anything. Then you see a black creature that is very similar to the green creature you had seen before. You don't see the green one, but you see a black one that's larger. Sort of has these like goat-like horns extending from the top of its head.
Interesting, and that's. How close are we to the camp at this point? I mean, I was gonna go probably about 100 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably about you need to get a little ways away from the
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, so
Oh, and I'll go back and say we definitely need to keep pretty solid watch here tonight.
I would like to try something.
All right.
I would like to try a divine intervention
all right.
and
No.
ask if there's any traps or dangers in our paths ahead or with creatures around.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll your divine intervention. It's below 15, is that correct?
11.
11? Okay. Oh yeah, it's your level. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, 92.
92. Yeah. So
Wow.
you sort of sit down, sort of rub your hands together. You sort of let out a prayer to Sarenrae, clutching her holy symbol. You sort of sit there. Don't receive any noticeable sign.
We're good, guys.
Does it become automatic at level 20?
At level 20 it does, yeah.
How many times can you do that?
Once a day, and if it's successful, I can't use it again for 7 days.
Okay.
But otherwise, I can use it after a long rest.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
get meta knowledge.
And then after we set up, I would like to take out a couple of these things that we found.
Okay, which one do you want to take out?
And I was gonna pass them around so other people could, if you would be interested in at least learning about, trying to figure out what these are. I'll pull out a candle and it has arcane symbols.
Hmm.
This one has a, if I remember, divination magic
Hmm.
tied to it. I don't remember exactly.
That's not me.
But here's a compass. And I believe there's directions to the Feywild. I don't remember what language that is, but
I believe that'd be Sylvan, but I could be
well,
wrong.
then, I don't know that. Here's a compass with some unknown script to me.
But I think the direction, the different cardinal directions were written in both Common and Sylvan.
Okay,
So I think there was writing. I think I didn't go into detail, but there was writing around the edge of the compass that you can't read. That's in Sylvan. But the cardinal directions were written in Common. So
It's
Alright.
Elvish.
so Sylvan is like High Elvish or something like that. I pull out a rose and I'm like, it's still dripping acid for some reason.
Oh, look at that.
All right, here you go.
I'll take that. and
I'll take a look at that compass you got there.
All right, and I have oh, here's a conch shell
What, the conch?
and a dragon's claw. I would like to look at the dragon's claw.
all right.
Um,
So
But-
I think what I wanted to do was that we roll Arcana checks with advantage.
All right,
If you spend an hour, that's what it is, right?
Yeah, you spend an hour, you get a roll Arcana check with advantage. So
Alright.
who's going first?
I'll take a crack at the rose. Why not?
All right.
I rolled 2 4s for a 5.
For a 5. All right. So as you sort of hold this rose, it's sort of you start twirling your fingers. One of the petals comes off, and then it drips some acid on you, and you start burning your fingers, and you just
careful, it's acid.
It's
I think.
yeah, I can see that. Here, this rose is acid. I figured it out. I know what it is. I guess if you really don't like stuff, but Dave's doing really poorly.
I'll
Alright.
take a crack at the compass.
All right, go for it, Erdak.
Well, advantage.
That's 19.
19. Okay, so this compass is a compass in the Feywild that will lead you in the direction. It's basically find path or whatever the spell is. It finds the shortest path to any destination, but it only works in the Feywild.
So I'm pretty sure that I figured this compass out. It's only in the Feywild, but it'll show you the direction of the shortest path to your destination. I don't have any use for it. I've never been to the
I
Feywild.
mean, Will's been in it twice.
You seem to keep it up, so
I don't know why, but
you're welcome. I don't want to take that one. But
um,
that's what that one's good for.
thanks.
Yeah.
I'll look at that dragon's claw.
Okay.
That's a 6
Uh-huh.
and a 6.
All right.
Double.
Yeah,
For-
it's
For a total of 6.
For a total of 6.
I'm smarter than you.
I get a +0 on my.
I get
Arcana.
+1.
yeah, it's a dragon's claw, and it's been covered with a coat of molten silver, which has some sort of arcanic symbol on it, and that you can't discern because you just rolled 2 6s or whatever.
Yeah.
So I've been fondling a black gem I've had for a few weeks now.
Okay.
Pondering what this could possibly be. I picked it up when I picked up the iron flask with the brass stopper where the presence is trapped in it.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 25 for that.
Okay. Let me see if I can figure out what that was. Yeah, so that is a obsidian spell gem. So a spell gem can contain one spell from any class's spell list. You become aware of the spell when you learn the gem's properties. All right, so I need to tell you which spell it has. While holding the gem, you can cast the spell from it as an action if you knew the spell. Okay.
The spell is wish.
So the spell is magic missile.
Oh, nice.
That was cool.
Magic missile.
So yeah, it doesn't. It says it can store a cantrip, stored spells, saving throw. It doesn't have a saving throw. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Okay, no. I'm trying to figure out if it has a spell in it, because if it has a spell in it, it'll be magic missile. But no, I think it has a spell in it. It says it has a +5 attack bonus, I think,
Okay.
but again, it's magic missile, so
How do we hit?
yep. That's what that is. And I think it's still costs a spell slot.
Yeah, I
So-
always do. It's an action at least.
Right,
Or-
yeah. So
Interesting.
I would like to take some more time to investigate this cloak that I have a little more closely.
okay, yeah. Go ahead and make a
I so
take
far
a
know that it's
contract.
curation.
Mhm.
And that it helps me hide. but
Mhm.
Nice.
Ooh, what'd you say it was? Arcana.
Okay.
21.
21. All right. So this spell allows you to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Ooh.
Ah. Ah.
That's good stuff.
I just on yourself.
Oh.
And so I don't think it's a I think it is an item I made up.
Like
So
in your
uh,
spell scroll.
yeah, I believe it's just a yeah.
For like an hour. Pass without a trace, up to an hour. You get a +10 bonus to Dex stealth checks. It can't be trapped except by magical means.
Miss counter on that.
Is that a concentration?
It's concentration. And just an action to cast.
I am 5 hours off on that versus this. So I'll go based off this, 'cause it's behind.
And if so Girthing, if you I guess you probably don't want to do another Arcana check, but yeah, again, Ingvar, if you want to do another thing since Erdak did, and then Wolf, if you want to.
This dragon's claw, I see an
Yes.
arcanic symbol or an
Alright.
rune on it, and I might recognize that. That's a 25 again.
All right. So this is it's called the Claw of Worm rune. Worm is WYRM rune.
Interesting.
And then so so it has 3 properties on it. However, I only want to do one, which is the Worm Slayer. So it's as an action. I can also send this. I'll send this over the chat real quick. Hopefully you guys can.
I think I found it. We can
Claw, worm rune.
You just want Worm Slayer.
Yeah, it's what Worm Slayer.
You can point the claw at a dragon within 30 feet of you. The dragon must then succeed a DC 15 con saving throw or gain vulnerability to all damage types until the end of your next turn.
Correct.
Move 3 times.
Expends all uses at the next dawn.
3 games every
Yeah.
dawn
It regains all expended.
Right. Exactly.
Yes, Wilfred, this is a clawed worm rune. The worm rune lets you dismantle a dragon's vulnerable or resistances for a few moments.
6.0 seconds.
A
Very
slight
precise.
few moments.
Very precise.
It seems to regain its use at dawn, but that could be very useful for you.
That could be, yes. Was it dragon types or dragon specifically?
Dragon.
Dragons.
So not
Alright.
dragonborns.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
or whatever's following us.
Other goblins.
Cobalt.
If we have a few extra hours, I would like to read instead of looking at the other items. I would like to look at the other items, but
I told you it's a
We're gonna-
rose.
If we're gonna rest, then if we spent 2 hours, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
You'd forego dinner.
we need to make sure we keep a watch up for whatever these things are following us too.
That's true.
that's true. But this book is very engrossing. I'm at like the last few chapters and the climax is getting really good.
I should have
All right.
read the last page.
Giveaway, yeah.
Take out the last page.
Gonna-
Liam's gonna say, you're at the last page and you
It's
find
not there.
it's not
It's
there.
not there.
You can't finish.
What happened?
It's a
That can't be
keyboard
all it
inventory.
is. That can't be all.
Where did it, how did it get there?
All right. Yeah, I'll say that you can get another 2 hours of reading in, plus the hour you already did. So that's 3 total hours of
Three
studying.
total
stuff.
hours? Okay, that puts me up to 80.
How many,
So
how many does it take to do it?
it's 80.
Hey,
So
so what it takes you exactly to 80?
yes,
Okay.
I was at 77.
Okay. All right. So this is the Book of Exalted Deeds, right?
Yes,
All right.
I believe.
Finally, Will can help with chores around camp.
know.
Hey, it's a very good book. You won't regret.
And then
Yeah.
I told you all the because I changed some things about the
It's
Book of
increased wisdom,
Mhm.
enlightened magic, which is any spell slot you expend to cast a cleric or paladin counts as 1 level higher.
Mhm.
You get a halo that sheds a bright light in 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. I can dismiss it or manifest it as a bonus action. While present, it gives me advantage on charisma checks. Made to interact with good creatures and intimidation checks against evil creatures. Fiends and undead within the halo's bright light make attack rolls against me with disadvantage. And then I also get plus 5 feet of movement.
In case you needed that extra stuff.
I think that was all you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, so it said they had 2 minor beneficial properties and 2 major beneficial properties,
Yeah.
and I told you those.
And that's what I wrote down from what you said.
Okay, so I wrote down. Let's see if I can find that. I'm fairly certain. When you got this book,
Yeah, it was different from the actual rules as written.
okay. Well, I think the minor beneficial properties were a little bit different.
Where did I write
You
that?
get a -5 boost.
Where did we find the book?
Probably in that guy's library that we first got.
No, it was after that. It was I think it was around Uthadorn sometime in that camp in that sort of plot arc. Yeah, so if you can find those notes, we'll
Yeah.
hammer it out. But again, I'm sure that the things you just said were part of my list. So we'll go from there. But I think see if I can figure it out. All right. So what are the rest of you guys doing while Will is finishing his book?
I can take the first watch.
Okay.
and then
Um,
I'll take 4 hours after that.
Now watch second.
all right. Roll a perception check for me, Erdak.
Um, 17.
17. Okay. So as you're sort of peering out into the dark, you sort of see a sort of pair of sort of red, sort of slit-like eyes, sort of staring out at you basically the whole night, watching your camp.
How far away is it?
It's hard to tell in the dark precisely, but probably 300 feet.
All right, I'll continue keeping an eye on it, and as long as it's not coming closer, I'm not gonna wake the
Just-
others.
Just watching. Just watching.
All right.
Did you see anything on your watch there? It's time for me
Yeah,
to take
there's,
over.
right over there, there's been a pair of eyes watching us all night.
Oh, yes, I see. I see.
He's not coming any closer that I can tell, but he's definitely been keeping an eye on us all night so far.
Well, you do whatever you do, your kind, whatever that is,
All right,
and I'll keep a watch on for now. But rest up.
all right, sounds good. I'll go start meditating.
All right, roll a perception check. Ingvar.
Is a 20.
20. All right. One thing.
We went to a library back, was it last?
It was I believe so. It was after Glass Blades and Metallic Guards. It was back in May. I have the date. But yeah, I have the
This year or last
2021.
year? Didn't read it that fast.
Yeah. But yeah, it was back in Uther Dunn. And it
Okay.
was after the break-in. It was after y'all broke into the house.
Yeah, that's what it was. You stole it from the house, right?
I wasn't in that house, but unless they stole it for me.
It's probably this, I titled this, so it's breaking and entering then.
Yeah.
I got rid of B and E and said assault battery. How hard part.
So I have the notes. I did shorthand, so I don't have everything on it,
Mhm.
but it's +2 the wisdom.
Right.
Celestial, I don't remember what that was for.
Yeah, language.
Celestial language, all right. Exalted spells, which is the plus,
Right. Right.
a bright light,
Right. That's a halo.
the halo, restful, 6 hours the long.
Yeah. So that's yeah, that's one of the properties. It's one of the 4 properties that you were given.
Okay, +5 the speed, and then immune the blind, deaf, and petrified or stunned.
That was another one of the properties.
And that was it.
That was
Oh,
it. Okay. Well, maybe then the added movement was another one of the properties.
Yeah.
And
I think they
then
added that in.
maybe the language was one of the properties. So yeah, I know I added the movement in, but I think that those were all, yeah, okay, that's the right one. That's roughly what I wanted.
But what was the restful 6 hours the long again?
Yeah, so
I
I think it's a
hours.
feat. Let me look that up. Like,
Oh, it's a feat.
I think
Saves for running techniques and stuff.
Yeah, does the Naruto run now? It's back.
Does it mean, I think it's 6 hours for a long rest instead of 8.
right. Yeah, I think so too.
Like how elves need 4 hours instead of 8.
Yeah.
Almost as good as me.
There's a invocation for warlocks that I don't need sleep at all, like ever. Yeah, I think it
Oh.
just having like light activity. I think I have to be a different pact though, take the pact of the or something.
So if you read that book, you would need more sleep. 6 hours for a long rest.
That's true.
All right. So
Unless instead you
Yeah.
get 2
Alright.
hours off.
Yeah, I'll do everything. And that means I could take a watch tonight.
all right.
Sweet.
So
Perception
Yeah, I
is
can
a
take
lot
the last
better than
watch.
mine.
as you are sort of sitting there, sort of watching these eyes, you hear another voice sort of speak up. And they're speaking to one another in an infernal.
I understand Infernal.
Yes, I believe that's the correct one. Yes. So they say one says to the other, it says the master basically the master wants to know how many of them are there. And then the other one replies, there are 5 of them. And he replies, 5. He says, yes. That's fewer than before.
Interesting. I'll just keep, listening if I hear them converse anymore and make sure they're not getting any closer or anything, right?
No, they appear to be, again, especially as you sort of get the gist of as they talk back and forth, they've been tasked with basically keeping an eye on you, keeping a physical pair of eyes on you.
We all have necklaces.
So they say one of them says something like, the master wants to make sure that we don't lose track of them.
Gotcha. Okay, well, whoever's taking the next watch, I'll finish up and
Is that you, Wilfred?
Sure, yeah, I can finish up a watch
All right, make a perception check with a disadvantage.
with advantage.
Disadvantage because it's dark.
They're not within your halo.
Yeah, unless you want to pop your halo and
Cause my halo only goes up to 20 feet,
yeah.
right, they're 300 feet away.
and he told me that they were out there.
Right.
Tell them that they're out there, but
Yeah,
that's up to,
well, he told me that they're out there, so I know to be on the
yeah,
lookout
you
for
can look
them,
out for them,
but they're too far from me that, I know,
presumably,
yeah.
actually.
Right.
Hear them.
So
potentially.
disadvantage,
Yeah, that's my logic behind it is that
but it's a +6 instead of +5 now, so that's an 8.
8. All right,
Like one of my rolls.
you do see them, but then after, because as Ingvar points them out to you, but after a while you sort of lose track on where they are. In the morning when you guys wake up, they're nowhere to be found.
I never heard them.
You have to talk to them.
Hey, where'd you go? I don't see him.
Guys, they've gotta be out there. I heard them last night and they were speaking Infernal, so that makes me even more wary about them, but they were talking about how they are told to be keeping track of us, essentially. They didn't hear much else, but they said that they're supposed to be keeping track of us. Don't lose track of the group, essentially is what they
Well,
said. So
That's
they
these
gotta-
necklace.
yeah,
Yeah, so they
it
can't,
doesn't help us when they're physically tracking us, so.
right,
But I mean, it does not seem like they are actively trying, their job is not to attack us at the moment, but they are it seems like they're supposed to keep track of us.
probably wanna know when we're heading back.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, I say we just keep pushing because I mean, it didn't seem too much of a threat. I only heard 2 of them out there last night, and if anything, I think we could easily take them on that.
Well, they seem to be keeping their distance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So do we follow these Dragonborn tracks? I mean, it seems to be heading in the direction we're going and at least gives us a path. And then
Maybe they know the best way to get through these mountains.
you seem to be decent at tracking with these footprints here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could also try to find the shortest path there.
Yeah.
We're not in the Feywild.
We don't need the compass to get there. I just need a garment or something from Aurelia, something that
From
of your procession from home. And I'll be able to get us, or at least get a path there, the shortest one.
Isn't this trident? Isn't my trident like her brother's trident? Did I
Brother.
steal that?
Yeah, I think it was like one of the,
So I could use your trident.
but it may not lead us to her home.
Yeah, maybe they
That
imported
could
this
be,
from somewhere else.
China.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can try it. and if it's-
Well, Aurelia's
Like,
here.
Every
Aurelia is there, she
every
could let us know
object
that trident's from.
Yeah, well,
I'll
is
just
traced back to one
I'll
location.
relay the information to Aurelia and have her give Will something personal,
Make sure it's something from where we're
That-
trying to go.
is hopefully from home, if that's how a spell works.
Yeah. So she pulls out sort of this
From home, right?
sort of this very beautiful necklace that she wears around her neck, and it has like a sort of perfect pearl that's sort of at first it looks like it's just a normal sort of pearl necklace, but you see this pearl sort of gently shifts, it sort of swirls slowly, and she hands it to you, Wilfred.
All right, I'm gonna have to sit down for this. It's gonna. I haven't done it before, but I open up my, not the Book of Exalted Deeds, another book. And I'll start tracing out runes, and lay the necklace in the center
Mhm.
and start casting Find a Path.
All right. How long does it take?
1 minute.
All right. So after 60 seconds go by, what does Find a Path do?
It allows you to find the shortest, most direct physical route to a specific fixed location that you are familiar with. If you name a destination or another plane of existence, or for the duration, as long as you're on the same plane of existence as the destination, you know how far it is and in what direction it lies. While
Okay.
you're traveling there, whenever you're presented with the choice of paths along the way, you automatically determine which path is the shortest and most direct route, but not necessarily the safest route to the destination.
Yeah. So does that? It doesn't sound like it. It seems like as the crow flies. Is that?
It'd probably be quickest path for however we travel.
Let me look up the spell real
Um,
quick.
It says
But it doesn't necessarily say it's safest, so.
it doesn't say safest,
Doesn't-
but,
traversable.
Doesn't it have to be
Uh,
passable? Because,
yeah, but it has to be a path at least.
right,
What is it?
So a path means at least passable. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a path.
Which is a straight line from here to there.
Yeah, it says physical route. That's what it says, to a
Physical
specific
route.
fixed
Most direct
location.
physical route to a specific fixed location.
Yeah. So yeah, you cast Find a Path, and you do see the path, and it leads a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I what I'll say is that physical route.
Take us on the darkest and spookiest paths every single time.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's gonna be. Yeah. Yeah. So you cast this, and you find sort of a path leading, sort of west, and you can tell that it's probably about 2 weeks journey away. It's leading mostly west at the moment, but would you know that, how far it is and what direction it lies? So it's also, that the path that it's sort of leading you is west, but that the Ornidia is also kind of a little bit southwest as well.
It's a little bit southwest.
Yeah. But
It's a little bit this way. And which way are the tracks leading?
the tracks are leading west. I mean, they're leading away from Pallid Grove in the
Is it
westerly
the
direction.
same path that I'm picking up, or is it?
Yeah, it's the same path that you're picking up. I mean, it leads directly in that direction.
I say we follow these footprints, and I'll let you know when it changes directions.
I can keep trying to track the footprints.
Okay, make a survival check, Erdak.
Got 2 paths to follow now. It's a little confirmation there.
Nice.
You said 27.
Nice.
27. Okay. You quickly pick up the footprints of these 2 Dragonborn, and you begin to follow them.
I've got the track of these dragonborn footprints, so I can lead the way, and you can let us know if we're getting off of the path that you
Yeah.
found over there. Wilfred.
Every 30 minutes or an hour, I'm like, path's still good. or whatever.
All right, sure, sounds good. All right, so you guys begin to follow both the route that Wilfred is sort of guiding you through, find the path, his spell, and also Erdak's superb tracking skills are leading you. And as you guys sort of
I mean,
again reach towards mid-morning, you sort of reach a sort of bridge across a canyon. It's a sort of a solid stone bridge. The chasm is immensely deep. You haven't, unless you get on it, you can't really look straight down. But
Interesting. Are there any, how far does the chasm go left and right? Like, is this,
again, as far as you guys can see, I mean, it goes off. This bridge is the only crossable point. Again, the mountains block a lot of your vantage points, so you can only see but so far in either direction. So you maybe have like 100 feet of total view of the canyon, something like that. You are a little bit higher up than the canyon, so you do get some from that angle. But
And I can tell that the Dragonborn walked across the bridge.
yeah, it's an interesting point of order. They're right around this time, their footprints disappear.
I'm not seeing the footprints anymore, guys.
Well, I don't
It
think,
just seems like they vanished. I mean, I had a good beat on them and now they're just gone, so I'm not sure
an animal,
what happened
something.
there, but.
Do they just like stop, or is it like a?
Yeah, I mean, so it's like you find what looks like sort of a deeper imprint, sort of like, again, with sort of these long sort of strokes to it, like almost like an animal jumping, but not really the same. I mean, it's again, they're sort of, it looks like something happened of some kind. The footprints look a little different, but it's unclear what exactly it is with your knowledge of nature, Erdak. And then they just sort of vanish.
well,
It looks like they did something here. Different from what they were doing when they were just walking along, but I can really tell. Other than that, now I can't track them anymore.
well, I mean, it seems to be that they led up to this point, it must have headed across this canyon somehow.
Yeah, they were definitely going towards that way, but it doesn't seem like.
What does your insight there say, Wilfred?
Keep going straight, or is it?
Yeah, the path says keep going. This is, and again, this feels like the right way.
Don't take the bridge. Jump down. Yeah. Yeah. It just says continue on.
Well, I mean, it's either this or go back. There doesn't seem to be any other places to cross, so.
Can't go around it easy.
Yeah.
We go.
How wide is it? Can we?
It looks sturdy.
Why don't we, 1 second, let's just, I just want to give sort of a vantage point of the sort of the situation here. I'll give me 1 second.
It's just the last thing.
It's good bridge.
That's it. Wait, is it a fly?
She likes.
It's right here.
Sable.
You wanna use your eyes.
Just listening. I can hear this fly. I know it.
All right.
Dungeon. Nope.
1 second. I'm about to send it.
D-N-D-B. Yep, I see the dots. Dot.
Dungeon fog.
Strong Flame Skull 13.
What a strong name.
Strong name.
Can I see the handbook?
This.
Yeah.
You mean this one that says handbook on it?
Yes. the handbook. Thank you.
Here's the handbook specifically for
Handbooks.
putting a book in your hand.
So can't you just be on level? Okay.
You have to concentrate on your path spell.
I do.
Ooh, so you lose it.
I should be remembering that
No, natural explorer.
I should be getting
Double more.
double proficiency.
Oh,
bonus
wow.
on, like perception and survival.
Try this again. I'm not seeing anybody.
Strong flame skull?
Strong flame skull. I can try to refresh.
Okay.
But does that happens?
Flame strong skull.
Crowd invisible stalker.
All right. This is interesting. Well, let's see if I can try something else.
My passive perception is now
I
21.
could also try to click the link again.
Yeah, can you try and do that, please?
Oh, you sent 2 links. Looks like.
Right, I sent the second one because I don't know if I did it right, but
Tricky Pegasus.
oh, okay, there you go. Give me
You're
one
welcome.
second. Yeah, I see you guys. Okay. Accept move tokens, all tokens. One quick second while I do something.
The obvious thing is you just can't see footprints on stone.
That's what I was gonna say, I'm like, didn't they just go into the stone? I'm like, where do you think the footprints are gonna
I could still.
You can still make out
I see
the
it.
depression of the stone.
Yeah.
go? I mean, I know you're good, or that, but like,
All right, can you guys see?
that good?
We can.
There's 2 knees.
see-
I'm sorry.
Kill him!
There's
Kill
me, I
him!
heard
Kill
you cross the
him!
bridge.
What?
That's the other thing about that book.
It duplicates.
It makes an evil twin.
With the exact same ability set.
All right. So so you see there's sort of this the path on your side. It's a little bit winding, and there's sort of this one relatively, again, probably about 10 feet wide sort of bridge. You're welcome to cross if you want to.
So we're going southwest.
Yeah, it's roughly southwesterly direction. Yeah.
I mean, I think.
Can I check the? Can I do like a check on this bridge?
Make a perception check.
Insight. Oh.
Like a stability check.
It's not a bridge. It's a mimic. They're pretending to be a bridge.
Perception.
Yeah.
18.
18. So you look around. I don't see anything.
Cool. Bridge is safe to cross.
I mean, I think that's,
Yeah.
that's the only thing we
Most
can
bridges
do.
are.
Yeah.
Looks.
All right. So as you guys head down and begin, can I have marching order as you guys cross the bridge, please?
Do we want to keep this?
I guess I was in the front. But
Yeah,
you
and
was-
I was
you
next
just
to
checked
you.
the bridge, so
Yeah.
it's me and Wilfred
Yeah.
in front.
Yeah, if I went in front of you, then you'd have 3 sets of Dragonborns to defeat.
That's true.
You-
That would definitely be confusing.
So then Aurelio's kind of in the middle, then me and Berthing are in the back.
All
Sure.
right.
Reverse.
Two hops this time.
Hands.
All right. And then as you guys
Go to the wedding.
begin to cross, as you guys begin to sort of step onto the bridge, at first things go okay, but then you see these sort of winged creatures sort of appear on either side of you, both in the front and the back, sort of fly up from underneath the bridge and just appear out of nowhere, the thin air. And then you see Ushia standing on the other side with the blue dragonborn Sobeth sort of behind him, sort of back up on the hillside a little bit.
Shout out.
Don't worry, if the bridge collapses, I can make us all deaf and we won't hear each other's screams.
Kind of blind. You can't be blind anymore. Though. Can you become deaf after the book?
It was blindness. What else?
Like petrification.
Stunned.
It wasn't deaf.
There might have been death. Where is my
You hear all of us scream.
blind, deaf, and petrified or stunned? I'll sacrifice myself.
So you said there's Lucia and Sobeth on the far side?
Yeah, on the far side. So yeah, so over here, this is Wuxia. Over here, this is Sobith. And over here, this is Leorong, the white dragonborn. White female
And there's
dragonborn.
like 4 other,
Yeah,
Hmm.
so then there's probably there's 5 other creatures that are again they're sort of like gargoyle, they're almost like dragon-like gargoyles. They're again this sort of hybrid dragon goblin sort of thing. And they sort of sort of fly up and they sort of bat their wings and sort of at you.
How tall is this cliff?
You look down, it is probably at least
death.
3,000 feet down to the bottom.
Yeah.
It's okay, outrage, outrage.
You can't die, right? You dropped the one.
You could recover. You
I
could heal.
can recover, but there's also like instant death where if you take so much over, you're like max hit points. or
Yeah.
something.
There's
Like
only a
negative
max, there's a max amount of fall damage you can take.
Yeah. terminal.
Terminal velocity.
Yeah.
Rules as written is 20 d10 or 20 d6.
Oh, that's nice.
Rules as written. I don't know if we if he's playing with that.
All right. So as they sort of appear, Fellowship of the Chili Sad, what are you guys doing?
ambush.
Rolling.
It's a trap.
We knew you were here.
You've fallen into our ambush. We
It's
probably don't know
time
what
for our revenge, Fellowship of the Chili
Um,
Sad.
Huh.
that is. Well,
We want nothing to do with you,
what's
Mushia.
That is not concentration.
I mean,
All right.
we
I
are.
need to look at my.
Are we
spell.
like halfway on the bridge? Probably like halfway down it.
Sure. I mean, I was basically I was waiting until you guys stepped onto the bridge. So again, if you guys want to be a little bit further back, that's fine. But I was just kind of
That'd be up towards the front.
all right.
What spell slots do I have left?
You should have all your spell slots back.
Yeah, except level 6.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure how many slots I have so I can know if I can cast this.
What do you want with us, Mushia?
Isn't it obvious? Revenge. You killed Nazgrin. I have come to kill you in return.
You've like plagued us like almost the entire time we've been together as a group. I don't know like what else you could like revenge.
Lucia, you know this does not work out well for you in the end, right?
Things are different this time around.
Yes, on our end as well.
We
All right. Let's everyone roll initiative.
have a Erdax guy. Oh wow, that's
Nice.
not great.
Oh, I need a pen.
And there's how many creatures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they're all giant.
That's insane.
They're not correct.
They are our new MVP.
He physically made it not drag. Yeah, not dragons.
What? What are you guys
Yeah,
talking about?
The claw was that way,
Yeah, no.
always.
But he, yeah.
All right. 25-20.
21.
Nice.
Not 20.
Nice. Wow.
We'll need it. It'd be nice on a crit, but you know.
Yeah.
20-15.
17.
Nice. 15 to 10.
13.
All right. Ingvar, what'd you roll?
10.
10. All right.
You should have gotten,
Um,
demon. We have the infinite
I just,
time.
we were just pushing off it.
1 second while I write down a couple of things. All right.
We're not full strengths. If we lose, we're not full strength. Shoot.
Okay. Up first is Wilfred.
So there's 8 of them, correct? 4,
Correct.
5 in front.
Yep. 5 in front, 3 in the back.
It's the there's tell me the number of like minions and versus the big guys. 3
Okay.
minions.
Yeah, so there are 3 minions in the front, 2 minions in the back. There are 2 big guys in the
Front.
front and 2 in the 1 in the back. Sorry.
I feel like I should do that. There are dragon types setup, but not all dragon. Do I recall it? I know not all dragon types are fire resistant.
Right.
Like, I could do fireball. I think what I need to do is, I'm gonna cast blindness on 5 of them.
All right.
It's a Constitution saving throw. I'm gonna do the 3. Actually, I need to move back 5 feet to get the guy in the back because it's 30-foot range.
Okay. So who are you trying to blind?
The 3 big guys.
Okay.
1, 2,
Um,
3.
say one. That's a minion, right?
No, these 3 are minions, I'm pretty sure. 1, 2. And then a minion.
Yeah. So the 3 in the front are minions, and then so let's go. Sorry.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I can't get the guy all the way in the.
It can't target.
I can't target him.
Yeah. So
But
so big guy, big guy, big guy, and the rest are minions.
So I can't get all the big guys. But I'll get the 2 big guys closest to me.
Mhm.
And then 1, 2. And I'll do the 2 guys at the bridge and 1 guy in the back.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right?
So 1,
Yep.
2,
Yep.
3,
Yep.
4.
Yep.
And let's go 5 here.
Okay. All right. Got it. Got it.
Constitution saving throw.
All right. So I will start with Wuxia. All right. So it's a Constitution saving throw, correct?
Yes. Saving throw is 18.
Saving throw is 18. All right. So that is a 21. That's Constitution saving throw. That's a save, I assume. But what does that? Anything happen?
Become half.
I gotta look up this belt. If it fails, the target is either blinded for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make a Constitution saving throw on its success to spell. So it's not blinded.
Okay. All right. Got it. Then we will do this guy next. Sorry. This guy right here. And that's a Constitution saving throw. That's an 8.
So he's blind.
Okay. So he's blind. All right. Then I'll do this guy next. So this guy right here. It's cocked. That might be a success. So that is a 17.
That fails.
Okay.
Thanks for the book.
And then we'll do this guy next, this guy up here. That is not a failure, that's a 15.
Fails.
And then the last big guy, which is a 17, so another fail.
But only Washida saved.
All right.
So everyone else is fine, which I think means you have advantage on attacks against them and they have disadvantage on attacks. Rolls.
They're rely on sight, right?
Find a creature can't see and automatically fails any ability checks that require sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. The creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
All right, got it.
And I'm just like, they're up.
Go ahead.
I don't, my bonus, I can't cast a spell. So that'd be it.
All right. Ends your turn. Now it is Girthing's turn. Girthing, what are you doing?
Let's see, I see Squishy Angvor beside me.
Mhm.
I like it. I'm going to bonus action rage at the start of a fight.
All right.
Positioning. And then I will move up into Washia melee range.
Okay.
Or yeah, because he's the one behind us.
Washida is in front of us.
Oh no, the one behind
Lay
us.
wrong is the one in the back. If you're
Lay wrong, the white one.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll just take my trident out and not even rush forward, but just walk up and then take 2 swings.
All right, go for it.
I get advantage because of
Blind. Yep.
Yep.
First attack is
Wow.
a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okay.
Whew.
Like plus 3, 5, 8 plus 9, 17 points of damage.
Nice.
And second attack comes through. There's a nat 20 and a 19.
Nice.
So brutal critical, I get an extra dice. Double my dice. Ooh, 14 on the dice doubles to 28 plus 5 plus 3. 36 points of piercing damage.
All right. Dang. So it's sort of as Wilfred sort of casts, blindness, and sort of you see these 4 of these 2 or 3 of these sort of these gargoyle like dragon creatures, and as well as this one sort of hold their eyes. Their eyes sort of turn this milky white color. They sort of like blink around, sort of they're sort of fumbling around a little bit, trying to steady themselves. Girthing just rushes forward, seeing the Squishy Angvor next to him, and just lays into the white dragonborn in front of him. Sort of hacks once, hacks again, absolutely wrecking havoc on this spellcaster.
I told you I had a job. Already.
All right. Now it is that ends your turn.
Yep.
All right. Now it is Wushia's turn. So Wushia will. What will he do? He will step forward. So what he will do is he will move forward 5, 10 here. And he will try and cast Lightning Bolt in a way that he can hit. And Lightning Bolt, I believe, is a 5 foot line. So he will try and cast in a way that he can hit Wilfred, Urdak, and Angvor with Lightning Bolt.
Ouch.
So that is a dexterity saving throw. And he is casting it at fourth. Well, is that can I pick all of you guys on 4th level? I think it can. Yes, he's casting it at 4th level.
Right.
Deck save.
I get advantage.
Oh, it's cocked. It is cocked.
It is.
It was cocked.
don't lie.
Oof.
It's a saving throw.
It's a 16.
Nice.
All right, so you roll a 16.
Yeah.
33 points of damage.
Oof.
What'd you roll, Wilfred?
14 with advantage.
All right, that's 33 points of damage to you.
3.
I rolled a 23.
All right, so that is only that's half. So that's 16 points of damage to you, I believe.
I won't even make a concentration check
Mhm.
for 16. So I lose find the path.
All right.
No. How do we know where to go, Sable? The footprints have disappeared. Find the past is gone. Yep. It's hopeless. We're lost.
So Aurelia is up next because that will end Lucia's turn. And what Aurelia will do is she will drop a fireball at, so that's a 20-foot radius. So it's like what, 5, 10, 15, 20. So she'll cast it back like right here. So she'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not even differently.
So is there anything if they're blinded on dexterity saving throws? Do you know?
You
It's
said
ability checks. It's an
If they need-
ability checks, they fail.
It's an ability
Well,
check.
that they need to
That
see.
requires vision, they fail.
A
But
blinded
that's not
creature,
true.
a blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability checks that requires sight.
So not dexterity checks. So they can still make dexterity
Okay,
checks.
got it. All right, so we'll start with Lucia. Lucia rolled poorly.
Not a check.
Rolled a 7 on that, so I need to roll the damage real quick. That's a lot of damage. She did that at 6th level, so it's 32. That's 40 points of damage for failures and 20 for successes. So Lucia takes 40 points of damage from the fireball. Now we will go to the next guy. This guy right here. And I think that he is blinded, but he doesn't matter. So that it's probably still a fail. Just one quick second to see what the 17. Yeah, that's a fail. So that's 40 points of damage to him. All right, and then on to this guy right here. He he also wait a second. That's another failure. So that is 40 points damage to him. And then on to him right here, who well, that's not what I'm going to do. So we will just make this guy all right. That is 40 point. No, I haven't rolled this. All right. That is a failure. So +0. So that's 40 points of damage to him.
Big damage.
Yeah, and then finally onto Sobith here, who sorry about this. That is probably a success, depending on what his plus is. No, it's another failure, so that's 40 points of damage to him. All right, so they all failed. And so he's just this, so it really sort of throws this fireball, it sort of explodes in the middle of them, and they all take the full brunt of the explosion.
Check this.
And Yeah, it's just awful.
She did something.
Mhm.
Let's make up all those chromatic words.
All right, now it is on to Erdek's turn. Erdek, you're up.
Third.
Alright. Well, I think first of all, I'll take a step back here.
All right.
Shoot over my head.
Yeah.
Nothing short.
And I'm gonna attack with volley, which lets me hit anything within a 10-foot radius with a separate attack. So I'll
Okay.
hit,
Right click.
these 4 guys here.
Okay.
Before I do that, I will cast a it's called Hunter's Mark
All right.
on
Who she is the big one.
this guy here.
All right.
A lot of status effects.
Yeah. 2 of them you have advantage on at least.
Is volley a spell or just a
You know, it's just a,
It's a
an
feat
attack
or
action?
I think,
or like a it's your ranger ability, I think.
yeah, it's a feat.
Huh.
No, wait, it's not a feat, it's a.
Just an action? No.
1 second. I'll be right back.
Where is it? Just say devoted.
Actions to make attacks.
I need to update my character sheet. With all those.
Right. Right. So you're doing volley. You're doing at those 4 guys. And you're doing Hunter's Mark on who?
On
Where's
the
she
guy in
at?
the middle, which you
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. All right. Go for it.
Alright, so do which
Yeah.
all ones are blinded?
These 2, I believe.
Alright,
Yeah.
I
So,
don't have advantage
yeah. So the ones you have advantage on are this one and this one.
on- Alright,
And I believe this one is also blinded up here.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
okay.
so I'll hit this big guy here first.
All right. Go for it.
That's
That's pretty
a
That doesn't hit. We're
29.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry that misses. No, that definitely hits.
All right, guys, we gotta go. Jump off the
Jump,
bridge.
jump.
We'll figure it out.
Spells only.
I've got a broom, I'll be fine. but I
Saving
don't know
throws
what's wrong.
only. I would put death ward on everyone. I think I have death ward.
Alright, so that's 3 points of lightning
All right.
and 26 points of piercing.
Nice.
Alright, and then I'll just do the rest of them from
Left or right?
do this guy, so I don't have advantage on him either.
All right.
So that is a 16.
Let me. Sorry. That hits. That hits. Just hits.
So that's 2 points of electric
All
and
right.
8 points of piercing.
All right. Nice.
Alright, just keep going down the line here.
Go for it. And this one you have advantage on? No.
That's a 28.
That hits. Yeah. Yeah, it hits.
Easy.
So that is 6 points electric and 11 points piercing.
All right.
And then the last one,
Sable.
So, sorry, you said 6 points electric and 11 points piercing.
right,
Yep, yep.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I got the numbers right. All right, go for it. Next one.
last one is
Oh.
a 14.
14, I believe, misses. Yeah, 14 misses. You roll with advantage, correct? Because that one's also blinded. Okay. All right, so Erdak, after taking sort of this bolt of electricity, sort of ducks behind Wilfred, pulls out his bow, hones in on Lucia there, standing on the bridge, and fires a bolt into him. And sort of strikes him. They quickly fires another one, strikes the white gargoyle dragon-like creature on the far left, and strikes the green one. Then fires the black one. It barely misses him. He sort of ducks out of the way and sort of clips his wings just a little bit. Good round.
And can I still do my 2 attacks per action?
How does volley work? Let me look that up real quick.
Does volley replace your attack action?
Cause it says actions per attack 2, and then volley says. which I can't find.
Might be on yours.
You can use your action to make it ranged attack. Yeah, so you're using, that is your action, is to volley.
That instead of attack.
Alright,
Instead of attack twice.
Yeah. Use your multi-attack, yeah,
Yeah, there it is.
or volley.
yeah, you use your action.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Otherwise-
Volley again. It'll still be less damage than what that fireball put out.
Yeah.
Is it a
Alright, that's
spell?
my turn.
No, it's a feat. Is it a spell? You get
No, it's not a spell.
multi-class and get the twin spell. or
Multi-class.
whatever,
Yeah.
sort of-
Multi-attack.
Well, twin spell is, yeah.
Not twin spell, but
Wait a second. It says you can use your action to make a ranged attack at any number of creatures. You must have the information. Sorry, you must have the ammunition. So
You make
is-
a separate
is-
attack roll.
no, sorry, no. It's you use your action. Never mind. Yeah. So
You just fell like twice. Why would you ever normally?
Get
attack?
a,
yeah,
if you get hasted or get a secondary action.
if there's nobody within 20 feet.
right,
Yeah.
but if you got hasted, you could use it twice.
Alright, well, I'm done.
All right. That means Angvor is up.
Your bow doesn't have very much, does it? It like always.
Does do they look hurt?
Automatic.
At the moment?
Both Leirong and Wuxi have taken a lot of damage. As honestly have the sort of the two guys on sort of these two guys on the wings over here as well.
All right.
We haven't gone yet though, so we're doing well, but none of them have gone yet.
Yeah, hurry up and knock some of those guys out.
I
Most of them are
will,
blinded.
Mhm.
um, just kind of move right into this cluster here.
All right. Perfect for a fireball.
Perfect. D&D positioning.
The cluster.
They're just gonna like collapse the bridge and.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll just cast Death Ward on every single one of
I
us.
thought
We're
on the
fine.
bridge, I got off.
That's true.
Yeah.
And what's her name is on the bridge, so.
Yeah. I'll cast Death Ward on all of us. We're fine.
I will cast static
That prevents us
synapses.
from dying.
Okay. What does that do?
So
All with one.
I'm gonna cast it
If it comes down
here,
to us,
20-foot
it's like
radius.
Okay. Yep. Should get all of them.
Intelligence saving throw for all of them.
All right.
I can summon a,
You got something like a giant gem or something.
Leave that green. out.
I did notice you have like a creature section on your phone. Did
It's
you have it like?
no strike for a right one.
you
All
have
right, so
like-
what am I rolling for?
It's an intelligence
Oh.
saving throw. Any creature
Use
with an
the
intelligence
website.
score of 2 or lower can't
Mhm.
be affected. I mean, that's
Okay.
pretty low.
All right.
But on a fail, it's 8d6 psychic damage.
Okay. What is the fail?
Excuse me,
What is the fail?
17.
19.
19. Okay. So Wuxia rolled a 21. Sobith rolled a a 24. Now the sort of the white creature at the top rolled a it's gonna be terrible. Rolled a 2.
Yep, so they fail.
And the green one rolled a 10.
Fail.
And then the black one rolled a 5. So the big guys saved, the little guys failed.
Gotcha. So they take 10, 26 fail. And so then the big guys take 13.
Okay, so all right.
And so also during this time, after a failed save, the target has muddled thoughts for a minute. So for
okay.
a minute during that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts that number rolled from all its attack rolls and ability checks,
Okay.
as well as its constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
Okay.
The 3 that failed have to roll a d6 and subtract it from attack rolls and ability checks.
Got it. So fortunately, you killed two of them. So how does this effect work as you kill these two?
It just is fries their brain essentially is what
Right.
all these warlock spells do, is very mental
Brain
brain
squeezes out.
overloads and yeah.
All right, so you sort of see Ingvar sort of his eyes roll back in his head, sort of the smell of the sea breeze sort of wafts in through almost out of nowhere. And all of a sudden you see all these Dragonborn sort of clutch their heads. Two of them just sort of keel over, their eyes sort of loll back in their heads. They're just completely burn out. And then one of them sort of like seems to be confused and almost dazed as it can't see anything. Its eyes are clouded over by Wilfred's blindness. And then the two main ones seem to struggle for a bit, but then shake it off and be able to refocus on the fight.
Yeah.
Get a lot of damage there. So
And that's my turn there.
all right, now it is the green one's turn. So he's going to try and go forward. So he's going to go 5, run into Wuxia. Let's see if he falls off the cliff or not. Oh, that's so he sort of rushes forward, completely blind. He knows roughly where you guys are, so he sort of bumps into Wuxia, swings to the left, and steps off the bridge and misses the edge of the bridge and sort of just begins to plummet.
Uh-oh. Sorry about that, guys.
However, he can fly, so he does begin to fly, but he wastes
But
his
he's
turn.
flying.
Yeah, so he wastes his turn, sort of tumbling down into the abyss. And he sort of spends like the rest of his turn. So I guess
He does make another save at the end of his turn.
Okay. All right.
Constitution
That is a 13.
fails. So he's still
All right.
on.
All right. So now he's trying to find you guys, but yeah. So that's what I'll give you for the blindness and also a terrible dexterity saving throw. Now it is Sobith's turn. So Sobith is going to. What's he going to do? So what he will do is he will cast. Let's see. Cure Wounds at 4th level on him and on him and Wuxia.
You can split. Okay.
Does it need to be touch? It is touch, so he'll move forward to do it. 5, 10, 15, 20. There, he'll move forward and do Cure Wounds. And then he will also burn some sorcery points to split it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that is 48. Yeah, 48. Okay. So 13, 17, 25. Says 27 points of healing damage to himself and Wuxia. All right, that will end his turn probably. Yeah, he converted sorcery points with his bonus action, so he can't do anything. All right, now it is the black one's turn up here. So this guy's turn up here. So he will run towards you, Girthing, and he doesn't have to really dodge anyone to do it. So he finds you eventually. However, he's going to make his attacks at disadvantage. So he'll make his first bite attack at you at disadvantage. So that is a 14 to hit.
Oh, that misses.
All right, then he will do a scimitar attack at disadvantage. That's a 9 to hit.
That misses.
All right, then last scimitar attack at disadvantage. That was cocked, but it's gonna miss. All right, yes, that's a 10 to hit.
That misses as well.
All right, so he will bite at you. He misses kind of sadly. Swings, it just sort of skies over your head. Swings again as his sword sort of clatters at the ground. He's sort of blindly sort of fumbling about. Now he makes a Constitution saving throw.
Whoa.
That's it. That's only a 15. Does that save?
Fails.
That
That's
fails as
fails.
well.
All right. So
17.
that is his turn. As he tries to attack you, can't do much with it. Now it is Lerong's turn. So Lerong will
He's also blind. It's still disadvantage.
Touch attacks.
Still disadvantage.
yeah.
Try to
Self-destruct attack.
Self-destruct.
Yeah.
Why do I even have that?
Meteor swarm on myself.
So she will use vampiric touch at 5th level. And so that is a spell attack, so it's a disadvantage. That is an 18 to hit. That's 18 hit.
That hits.
All right. So that is on a hit, it takes you gain equal to half amount. Okay, so that's 5d6 damage, and then it will regain
Yeah.
10. That is 12 points of damage to you, and Lerong regains 6 points.
Yeah, and it's necrotic, so it takes 6.
Okay. Yeah, it says that well, okay. It's necrotic damage dealt. Is that 6 or is that 3? It's probably 3, I think. I'm gonna say it's 3 just for the sake of this, because I think it's right. All right. So he sort of reaches out, grabs your face, does like almost no damage to you. but and it's her turn. Unless she can use some of their bonus action. Which she can't. All right. Then it will be the white sort of gargoyle-esque creature's turn. It is not blinded or anything, so it will rush forward towards you, Gerthang.
I will reaction and not sacred flame.
Wording
block-
flare. All right. So the first one is a disadvantage, correct?
Yes.
All right. So the first one is an 8.
That misses.
All right. The second one is at normal. That's a 13.
That misses.
All right. Then the last one is a 16.
That misses.
All right. So this one sort of moves in, sort of bites at you, pulls out its long sword, swings twice. This is both times. You're a lucky dragonborn. Back to the top of the round. Wilfred, it's now your turn.
So this guy that fell off the cliff,
hmm
how far down is he?
So I would say, how far does you fallen around?
60? No, it's 500 feet or something. It's something
It's
crazy.
insane.
It's something insane.
It's something that a lot of people don't abide by because
Yeah.
it is unreal.
Yeah.
I will say he fell about,
I think it's 500 feet. It's
yeah,
like-
It's insane.
I'll say that he fell about 50 feet. And then he's
And he's
flown
flying.
back up maybe like another 20, so he's about 30 feet down.
Can I? I don't know why my attack is saying it's +9. It should be plus. It should be +10. I'm gonna guiding bolt him.
All right, go for it.
At I'm casting at 2nd level, so it's being upcast at 3rd.
Okay, yep.
So that is 66. Oh wait, no, I have the-
Roll
I have
to
the
attack, roll to
first.
attack, yeah.
That is a natural 18 for a 28.
That hits.
And then 66 radiant damage coming in.
No, not 66.
No,
Almost.
that's 10. 12 is 22. 20. That's 24 points of radiant damage.
24.
Yeah.
All right. So you see him sort of plumbing off the edge.
Damage. Because he's blind.
It's an advantage, yeah. Roll again for a crit, maybe.
No.
All right.
Yeah, 24 points of radiant damage.
All right, so you sort of send a guiding bolt down, sort of strikes this creature. He sort of lights up. You sort of see this violet sort of halo surround this flying sort of gargoyle dragon creature that's hovering in the abyss. He's not dead yet, but
Now I was hoping to drop his concentration on fly.
he has wings.
Oh, he has wings.
He isn't casting fly, no.
Okay,
He doesn't-
I mean, maybe I should have explained that better, sorry.
I've got wings.
Yeah.
Forgot how to fly for a minute. This spell. Oh, we're all not flying.
Yeah, I've got, oh.
He's now 1,000 feet.
Yeah, all right, that was my action.
All right.
Yeah,
Bonus action movement, anything like that?
that's gonna be it.
All right.
Can I break off his wing instead?
Aim for his wing.
Instead of concentration, break a wing.
All right, so now
Oh, I thought we were just going for Rashida.
it is Girthing's turn.
Oh, cool. I will hit the white dragonborn in front of me again.
All right,
Still
go for it.
Hey, failed to save.
Still blinded. Let's
Did
go.
I roll a save for?
You rolled a 15. You rolled a 15.
Yeah, you did. That was another attack on me. That hits. It's a 28.
All right, go for it.
First attack. 6 right there. 14 points of piercing damage on my trident.
Nice.
And I'm using my trident, so I don't get my bonus. Another hit. Oof. That's a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Sweet. Nice damage. That's 16 points of slashing damage on my second.
Nice. All right. So you sort of again pull out your trident and just slam into this blinded sort of dragonborn. You sort of beat the ever loving crap out of this dragonborn, who's now looks pretty hurt.
And that's not a forearm, is it?
Next four.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I have action or have bonus action on movement, but I don't really want to move. Could group up as the group. I'll stay where I am.
All right.
I shouldn't move, but or I probably should have.
All right. So now it is Wushia's turn.
Pretty grouped up.
Wushia will cast Ice Storm on, let's see, how big is it? Range area is 20 feet, so maybe not Ice Storm. Maybe he'll just fireball you guys. Yeah, he's gonna fireball you guys.
He's fireballing?
Yeah, he's fireballing the group in the center.
No,
That makes sense.
What's it?
At
dexterity.
Oh, can I use my old roll from 3 rounds ago?
5th level. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So dexterity saving throws from everyone, including Aurelia.
That's right. Close enough.
That's a fail for Aurelia. All right.
Yeah, that's
All right. What'd you roll, Wilfred?
9.
All right. That's a failure. Ingvar, what'd you roll?
22.
That's a save.
Got a 15.
15 is a fail.
And am I in that last phrase?
You are not. No.
You could if you wanted to be. You could.
No.
Yeah, you could have.
I could take opportunity attacks and just jump into that fireball.
It seems like the barbarian thing to do. What are you
my
taking-
enemies.
What do you tank for? You're supposed to take damage, right?
Take damage. Even
Take it from other people.
I'm taking damage.
Everyone's dead.
That is 35 points of damage if you, so 35 points of damage if you failed, half of that if you saved.
4 is 15. 17 and a half of 17 is 16, 8.
Oof.
Yes.
Oh no.
It's fine. I'm still doing well.
And I think that will end Wushia's turn. I don't think there's anything you can do with bonus action. He will back up though. He will back up 5, 10, 15, 20 feet back here. Now it is Aurelia's turn. What was it really gonna do? Aurelia's not happy about that.
Fish.
Fireball again.
Fire. not water.
She's a fish out of water, literally.
She wants to lightning bolt them, but can she?
It will.
5, 10, 15. She's gonna go right there and get engaged with him, right there. That's I'm still gonna count that, and then she's going to lightning bolt the two of them. So we'll start with Sobith, which that's gonna be a save for sure. Oh, nope, no, wow, that's a failure. 16. Then Lucia, that's might be a failure. That is again a 10, so both of them fail. So she's gonna dump 10d6 into them.
Each. And she's tanking.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fireball right there. with her.
30. That's 43 points of damage to both of them. All right.
I don't know, I said thank you.
All right. So she rushes forward, sort of grabs Ushia, or sorry, grabs Sobith, and then just lightning bolts the two of them and throws him back just like a step, and then sort of like lightning bolts both of them. And he sort of catches both of them and sort of this bolt of lightning and fries them both. Urdak, it's now your turn.
Sheesh.
So they're both still alive.
Yeah, they're both still up. Yeah.
So which ones are the big bad guys?
Big
Okay.
blue-
Yeah. So
This one?
yeah. So this
Right.
one,
And this one, yeah.
this one, and this
Ah,
one.
that's a big guy as
Yeah,
well.
so.
Oh, that's so bad.
Yeah.
I forgot about him. Would've heard.
Of those three, does any of them look more hurt than the others?
They're about equally.
They. I mean, so both this one and this one look very hurt.
You would have picked still.
Just trying to be efficient.
Yes.
I will. Let's see, this guy hasn't gone yet, has he?
No. He's after you. At some point behind you.
Alright, I'm gonna move my, well, actually, you're doing fine over here.
Yeah, I'm fine. They're all blind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hunter's mark onto this guy here.
Got it.
And
You wanna go outside?
roll an attack at them.
All right, go for it.
That's a 26.
That hits.
That damage.
That's 3 electric and 17 piercing.
All right. So you sort of fire sort of one of your arrows at him through this sort of this dragon wing blow. You sort of catch him sort of you sort of catch him sort of in the you see like this electric shock sort of pulls through him. He sort of collapses and sort of keels over unconscious on the ground.
Beautiful. Is that what she ain't?
Is that
Yep, well, she is down now.
Yeah,
She
it
is
is
down.
down.
Alright, I'll fire
Death
my
saving throws.
second attack at this guy over here then.
All right, go for it.
Is he blind?
he is?
Yes, he is, or she is. Don't misgender my D&D villain.
It.
So 27.
Hits.
Uh, 3 points electric and 8 piercing.
Is it 8 piercing? Okay. All right. So you sort of fire this one. He sort of again strikes him. He sort of like drops to one knee. And you see like sort of like the face is sort of he turns sort of almost artificially pale. Sort of stands back up. Still can't see anything, but yeah, yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Sounds good. Angor, you're now up.
One step this way. Is this me? No,
No,
that's
no.
not me.
No,
You're the bear looking
You're right
guy.
there.
I'm this guy.
You're this guy right here.
Looks like a teddy bear from the miniature picture icon.
I'm actually gonna just move up here if you can. So that's
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I doing that?
No,
No.
No, I did that. Sorry. I just wanted you guys to be able to see a little better. So,
I'll move up to there.
all right.
I'm gonna ungroup a bit.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Now it is Angvor's turn. Angvor, what are you doing?
How is Sobeth looking?
He looks hurt, but not as bad as the others, for sure.
I will far step
All right.
bonus action over here
All right.
and then aim both Eldritch Blasts there
All right. Go for it.
to push him off the cliff.
All right. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yeah.
Advantage, 'cause he's
absolutely.
blind, right?
you're gonna push him.
So Beth is blind.
Into Aurelia.
No, Sobeth is not blind. No.
Oh,
He was
the-
not in the range. He was not in range
the
when.
one guy, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
It was not that.
Nice. Well, one is a 14 and the other is a 27.
Both hit.
20 foot.
That is. So 19 points of damage in total, and then
All right.
we're 5, 10, 15, 20.
All right. So you
Ow.
sort of, so
Lord.
here's what's going to happen. You're going to push him off the edge. I'm going to let you do that. He's really going to make a strength saving throw to see if she goes over the edge, which she fails. So you sort of fire two Eldritch Blasts into the back of Sobeth, and he sort of careens into Aurelia, and the two of them just sort of fall off the edge of this bridge into the abyss below.
Neat.
That ends your turn, Angvor. You want to do anything for this action? Or
I
you-
will.
First
My
up,
bonus action was to do that.
right? Movement.
The movement is 5, 10, 15, 20, and I'll look over and see if I can maybe see. I don't know how, because I pushed Sobeth far. I don't know if he didn't like take her all the way out into the middle of the camp.
No, he didn't.
So I'll see maybe if she's like, if I don't know, I can make it there fast enough to give her a hand.
So I'll see if you make a dexterity saving throw to grab the edge of the bridge. 14. No, she can't. So but you sort of rush over there, and she is sort of dropping, falling. You can make a dexterity saving throw to grab her, but it's gonna be kind of high.
It's a 21.
21. So you jump off the edge of the bridge as she's falling, grab her hand, and use sort of the winged boots to sort of fly, carrying her back upward to the edge of the bridge.
Oh man.
Clinging on for holding onto the bridge just
She can't,
Yeah.
slightly.
she can't die now. We came all this way for her.
Not her.
I think we made it. Oh, that was close, Aurelia.
Enough. Thank you, Angvor, my hero.
He's the one that pushed you.
Dragonborn did, not me.
All right.
That is like
Causes
issues.
Hancock.
It's like Nightcrawler, the Jake Gyllenhaal movie, where he like goes and like he's reporting on like accidents, but then he like starts causing them.
Oh yeah.
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 All right. So now it is the green sort of gargoyle like creature's turn. It will fly upward 40 feet, so it's within like 10-ish feet of the bridge. It will use its action to fly another sort of 10 to 20 feet this way. So you'll end up right there next to you guys, but that's all he can do. Then he will make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
And that is a 5, so he's still blind.
He's not.
No, he's not.
Then it's his turn. It's now Sobeth's turn. And Sobeth sort of plummets into the abyss.
I had an idea. but-
Um,
He's
I don't
also
know.
down 20 feet of move, or 10 feet of, yeah, 20 feet of movement and
Well, he will cast fly on himself.
Now I can knock him. Let's try to knock
Yeah, and so he will target gains 60 feet. You say he's down 20 feet of movement.
yeah.
So I'll say he fell. It wasn't a full round. So I'll say it was. I'll still say he's probably like 100 feet down. So I'll say that he's able to fly back up 40. So he's at 60 feet below where he is there. So that goes back. Now it's this guy's turn up here.
The blind tag.
Yeah, he's gonna make some attacks against you, Gerthing. With
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Or they're at a danger,
They're
or they're
straight.
straight,
They're
right?
straight
Yeah.
now.
Oh, straight. All right. That is 17.
That's the AC. So
All right. So he sort of bites into you, finally being able to hit you.
If you're flanking, you get advantage.
Yeah.
And then all right, so that is
Engaged.
Yes.
Mhm.
5 points of piercing damage
Hell yeah.
and 16 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Then he'll make a scimitar attack at you. And that is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 5 points of force damage.
5, all right.
Make another scimitar attack against you, but that's not a hit. That is only a 13.
And it misses.
All right. So this is, and then he'll make Constitution saving throw. So that's a failure though. That's 5. All right. So he rushes forward, sort of bites you, and sort of hits you with a scimitar, but then he sort of loses track of you. He sort of swings wildly, sort of in the wrong direction because he's forgotten where you are. All right. Now it is Leirong's turn. Leirong is not happy with how close she is to dying.
And it's
So she will.
instant.
She do. She will cast Cure Wounds on herself at
Of course.
fourth level. Says 48 plus 4. One, two,
Per second.
15, 25, 29 points of healing. And then she will take that attack of opportunity and
Advantage. I think she's still blind.
yeah, she's still blind, yeah.
Well, I
So she
will
would go
take the reaction.
5, 10,
A nat 20.
15, 20. All right, go for it.
2 D10s. Come
All
on.
right.
17 on the dice doubles to
34.
34 plus 8. 42.
We said 42.
Right?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
doubled is.
All right. Yeah,
Plus
that's right. Plus 8. Yeah, that's right. So you hit her and she drops. So you sort of hit her with a trident. She turns around to flee and she just collapses, sort of face plants into the ground, and she is unconscious as well right now. Now it is the white sort of gargoyle creature's turn.
I will warning flare the first attack.
All right, so is that
So it'd be straight. It'd still be straight.
right, straight? Yeah, because he's not blind. Yeah, so that is still like a 23 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is 5 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and 3 points of cold damage.
Okay.
He'll make a longsword attack at you against you. That is a 21 to hit,
Hits.
right? That is 8 points of force damage.
Okay.
Then you'll make another longsword attack against you at advantage, and that is another like 20 to hit.
Roll that damage.
All right, then that is max damage, 11 points of damage.
All right, guys.
How you looking?
I'm looking beat up, but okay.
All right, that ends their turn. We're back to the top of the round. Wilfred, you're back up.
All right, now can I try to do what I did last turn?
Yeah, absolutely. You can try and guiding bolt Sobeth if that's what you want to do. So you're referring to.
I'll do the same level,
All right.
but she is not blinded, so that's gonna just be a straight roll.
Right.
That's a 12.
12 misses. So
Um,
he's sort of like hovering in the air and sort of like this guiding bolt sort of strikes down, sort of misses him as he sort of like swirls in the air, sort of does like a barrel roll and sort of ducks around the guiding bolt.
all right, and then can I? All right. Now move 5, 10, 15. Now stop there.
All right. Bonus action.
That's it.
Okay, got it. All right, that ends your turn, Wilfred.
Yes.
All right, Girthing, you are now up.
So we just got the two guys flanking me.
Correct.
They both haven't really been hit, have they?
They both haven't been hit at all.
I'll take the golem creature, the white golem guy, or stone guy
On the bottom.
on the bottom, and I'll take a swing at him.
Go for it.
Not
He's
blind.
not blinded.
I should have made it reckless. That's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Great. 15 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
You're seeing on that, yeah. And I'll hit him again.
All right, go for it.
That hits the 27.
That hits, yeah, for sure.
17 points of piercing coming in on that now.
Nice.
And I can move.
Mhm.
It's not worth it. I'm gonna stay where I am.
All right, so you sort of clock now after KOing the big bad, you sort of turn and just clock this sort of white, sort of gargoyle like creature twice and do a ton of damage to him. He sort of staggers backward. All of a sudden, sort of overwhelmed by the onslaught you're unleashing on him. You just sort of like standing back, sort of the trident blows come one after another, sort of clocking him and cutting open his jaw and his stomach. Ends your turn, Girthing?
My turn.
All right. Now is Wushia's turn. So that's a death saving throw for him. That is a failure. So
One failure.
that's that. Now it's Aurelia's turn. Aurelia spends her, uses her bonus action to thank Ingvar for saving her. And then she will use chromatic orb on. She saw Wilfred was dead. She's going to use chromatic orb at 5th level on the I think she already burned a 5th level spell though. So
You're gonna die.
yeah, so she's
It
gonna,
is chromatic orb, so we can't.
Can't
Can't
put
put too
too
much
that
much.
is a 24 to hit. So that
Oh,
hits.
There we go.
And then
She hits. We doubt so she hits.
all right, so that is 14, 19, 20, 29. That is 37 points of damage to Sobeth, who is now unconscious. Who takes that and just sort of falls after being struck by this ice sort of chromatic orb that sort of really sort of balls up in her hands and throws at Sobeth, sort of strikes him, and he just sort of begins to plummet down the chasm.
Good job, bro. Earlier, that's what I was trying to do.
All right. Urdak, now it's your turn.
All right, so
This guy still has advantage. Yeah,
this
Yeah,
is-
you still blind him. Actually,
Blinded.
both of them are, yeah.
but yeah, both guys are.
both him and this
Yeah.
one,
The
yeah.
other one,
this one.
Yeah,
All
no,
right, one.
Yeah.
the green guy and that guy.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll bonus action move my hunter's mark to this guy
Yep.
and attack him.
All right, go for it.
Yeah.
20.
20 hits. Yep.
He's already taken damage, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, that's 3 points of electric.
All right.
and 17 points of piercing.
So for a total of 20.
Yes.
All right.
And
You sort of hit, you sort of fire once, or hits him, sort of strike him, sort of electricity sort of arcs around him. Next. Next
I'll
attack.
fire.
All right, go for it.
26.
Hits.
That is 6 points of electric and 15 points of piercing.
15 points of piercing. All
Mhm.
right. So that's for a total of 21.
Hmm.
All right. So you sort of fire again, sort of hit him again. He looks really hurt now as you sort of pummeled him with attacks, but he's still up. He's still standing. But
I'll stay where I'm at.
all right. Sounds good. Now it's Ingvor's turn.
Do either of these two noticeably have any wings that I can see?
So they all have wings. So all of the gargoyle-like creatures, again, they do all have wings.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah, see,
You can pile drive them.
A slight advantage for this thing.
Well, so this one still has blindness, right?
yes.
Correct.
Just gonna Eldritch Blast him twice.
Go for it.
Let's say 30 and a 27.
Both hit. Yeah.
Ooh,
That's not the best damage. That's a 15 points damage.
All right. In total.
yeah.
Yeah, that's total.
All right. He is still up. Again, he looks hurt, but you sort of hit him again, sort of with a big Eldritch Blast. Sort of you hit him twice with sort of the bluish greenish Eldritch Blast. Do you want to push him back or slow him or anything?
No, I'm gonna use my bonus action though to slap him with my tentacle.
Okay, go for it. Yeah.
Doesn't like a good old
Slap.
Good old tentacle slap.
Good old slap. It is slap.
anime style tentacle slap. Oh, well, it's plus 11, so it's an 18.
That hits.
What's it?
And it-
That's better. That's 13 points of damage on that one.
All right. Nice. He is still up. Again, barely. But you know, sorry, like catch him with sort of like this tentacle and sort of smack him in the face. It sort of like it just staggers back a little bit.
That's
This
fine.
action. Okay. All
Yep.
right. No movement. All right. So now it is the Abishai's turn. He's going to make a. Yeah, he's gonna make a long sword attack at Aurelia with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah.
He's blind. That's a 8 to hit. That misses. Make claw attack at Aurelia, which is another 11. So that's also gonna miss. All right, then it's his turn. He sort of swings wildly at Aurelia, misses her.
On save.
Yeah, now it is.
You can make a
Oh,
save.
sorry, save. Yeah, that's like a 4. I think
Wow.
he's still blind. Yeah, that's a 5. Okay. Now it is Sobith's turn, and so Sobith is going to plummet down into one of the cliffs and sort of smash against the cliffs here. He's not dead yet, but he sort of falls and sort of crashes into one of these, sort of canyons, sort of like bounces off, and he's sort of spinning into the abyss. He's gonna die. Now it is the black Abishai's turn, and the black Abishai is going to try and attack you, Girthing.
Yep,
So that is a 25 to hit.
that hits.
All right. That is 8 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
and then 15 points of acid damage.
Okay.
And then he's scimitar attack against you. That is a 15 to hit, so I think that misses.
That misses.
Yeah. Then another scimitar attack against you. That's only a 14 to hit.
Misses in me again.
All right. Now it is Leirong's turn. Death saving throw. That is a save. She rolled a 19. And then it is the white one's turn. White one is going to attack you. Good thing.
I'll do another warding flare.
The warding flare. I got it.
That's like 5 damage.
What else am I gonna use it on?
I don't know, get any help here.
Yeah. Watch it like crit.
It's a what's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have just took an 18, turned you into a 9. So,
Oh, there you go.
and then claw attack. That's a 19 to hit,
That hits.
right?
It doesn't do anything 'cause the
So that is 12 points of slashing damage.
Well, no matter how many advantages he has, one disadvantage will cancel.
It's not blind. Yeah, all right, I got that damage. Yep, yeah. 75. It's not blind.
Oh, yeah.
And then that one is. I think I rolled the first one wrong. But that's okay. It was let go. So this one was at this one is a 15 to hit.
That misses.
Okay, all right. So the longsword attack misses, the bite attack misses, the claw attack hits. All right. Sounds good. All right. So we're back to the top of the round. Wilfred, you're back up.
Cool. Soggoth is way out of my range.
Yeah.
There are
Roll that.
3 enemies that are up with 1 down. I will I'll reach in my chest and cast Channel Divinity Radiance of the Dawn.
All right.
And that is a con saving throw of any creature within 30 feet of me. Any hostile creature within
All
30
right. So we'll start with so con saving throw. What is the con save?
18.
18. Okay, sorry. We'll start with him. That's probably gonna be a failure. That is a 15.
That's a failure.
All right. How
Um,
much
that
damage?
is 31 points of radiant damage.
All right. He has taken no damage yet. However,
That was max damage.
all right. Now we're they're wrong automatically fails, right?
Yeah, it's a Constitution saving throw, so I think she
If
could.
he's unconscious.
I think it's still can make it, but it's gonna be damaged anyways. It's gonna fail
It's
to
half
save.
damage or damage.
Yeah, it's half damage or damage anyways.
So it's a-
So it's still a fail on the save.
All right. Got it. All right, got it. All right, so it's a failure. And then we're on to this one.
All right.
That is probably a failure. You said it's like 18 or something like that, right?
Yeah, the DC is 18.
All right, that the roll is 16.
I said 31 points of radiant damage.
All right. Barely up, but still up. And then is this one within range?
Yeah.
20
yeah.
feet? 20 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20? Is it 20-foot range? Is that what you said?
30-foot range.
30 foot. Okay, got it. All right, so I will roll for them. That probably succeeds. That's a 19 on the dice.
So that would be
Plus-
15 points of radiance. Gets
No,
attacked.
That's still is enough to drop that one.
Cool.
So that one sort of as sort of like this cocoon of light sort of billows out from Wilfred holding a sacred sort of emblem of Sarenrae, sort of billows out, sort of it strikes this green Abishai and kills him and knocks the other 2 away from Girthing a little bit. It's so they're sort of ensconced, sort of enveloped in this light that sort of emanates from Wilfred. It sort of burns at them. They sort of try and hold and look away.
Radiance.
All right.
It's radiance. And that is range of 60 feet.
Mhm. And then, yeah, you haven't cast a spell yet, right?
Yeah, that was just that was Channel Divinity. I know a lot of people just took or got hit a lot, so I will mass heal word. Mass
Okay.
healing word. I think I can hit up to 6 creatures within 60 feet, so that would be all 5 of us.
All right.
And it is, I'll do this at, third level, so it's upcast to 4. No, I can't do that. I have to do it at 4th level. Oh, wait, there it is. So it's upcast to 4th, which is 2d4 plus 6.
What are you casting? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Mass healing ward.
Okay,
Um,
I did miss that. I just forgot. Sorry.
um, that is 11 points of healing to everybody.
All right.
I should know.
Got it.
All right, yeah, that's my action, bonus action. And I don't think I need to move. I would like to get off the bridge though. So I'll actually get behind the blind guy.
Right. Go for it.
10 feet and get behind him.
5, like here.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Now it is Girthing's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna reckless attack, why not?
All right.
Like advantage on the guy that I've been wailing on.
Go for it.
Another nat 20.
Nice.
I'm reading the box of it. Okay, 20 from the dice, 28.
Okay. All right. So how do you want to do this?
He's just some doll. I'm poking him, which is kind of weird. They got wings. Could I like attack like a wing and kind of shred that? Try to like get it up in the talons and like pull that off the back.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to. Yeah. Right, so you sort of like catch the wing with your trident, you sort of grab it and just pull the wing off, and you sort of skewer him down with your trident as you sort of stand on him, finishing him. You know, you sort of just like completely dismembering. You pull off the other wing. You start dismembering this poor creature that has been just absolutely manhandled.
And turn around at that and confront the guy behind me with my second hit.
Go for it.
Okay, that hits. It's a 28.
All right.
7. No, way more than that. 12 points of piercing on him.
All right. He is still up, but barely.
That's it.
All right. Now is Wushia's turn. Wushia succeeds on his second death saving throw. All right. Now it's Aurelia's turn. Aurelia is going to magic missile at. Sorry.
Bless you.
All right. So she's going to magic missile at 4th level. So with that is six of them. At the guy that Girthing just attacked. So 1, 2, 3.
You didn't warn them.
That is
Yeah.
8 plus 3.
They were the ones that were looking for trouble. We just ended.
All right. 3 is 7 plus 3 is 10s. All right. So it really sort of casts magic missile and sort of they pepper this last remaining creature, and he is completely consumed by the magic missiles. That ends Aurelia's turn. So they sort of arc in, sort of moving like sort of a swarm of angry bees, sort of pummeling him, and you can't see because he's still blinded, sort of waving around at them, and he sort of eventually just collapses, completely dismantled by the magic missiles. Urdak, it's now your turn. Do you want to do anything, or do you want to finish the last? What are you gonna do?
Do we want the guy's body from down there for any reason?
Is he still falling?
He's still falling, yeah.
Yeah, he like hit a rock on the way down and then killed himself.
Well, I'll
Yeah, you can like attack people to force death saving throws. unless you
Yeah.
don't want to kill them right out.
Yeah.
You can shoot him.
I could spare the dying one. And then we could figure out what to do afterwards.
The falling one?
No,
No.
no, I'm not jumping down there to cast spare the dying.
Just like summon
Um,
tiger's teeth now.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we want to do with them yet.
I just say we let them die. They're of no use to us.
We could wake them up, talk to them, and then kill them.
To be fair, the one offered me a job one time.
I'm not gonna attack, I guess, since they're all down. I'm just gonna
Okay.
kind of
Yeah.
approach over where Gurthang's at, I guess. Where most of
Right.
the knowledge is there.
That is fine.
Wings and bodies everywhere.
Now it is Angvor's turn. So Angvor, what do you want to do?
Go over and search on Wushia's body. I don't know if he's got any notes or orders or anything, any kind of like
Mhm.
things like that that could come from somebody that maybe, I don't know, because I know the war and all that stuff was started with him, that pack,
Mhm.
the 4 of them. Not sure if there's any kind of, just any notes or anything like that.
Okay. So you sort of quickly pat down his pockets, and you do find some sort of letter written in Draconic. As you sort of rifle through his pockets.
Can't read that. I'll have to show that to Gurthing. And
But I can read.
I'm like, interesting. But that's all. And, I'll give his little body a kick on the way.
All right. Then it's now it's the wrongs can make a death saving throw. That's a failure. Now we're back to Wilfred's turn. Wilfred, what do you want to do?
The wrong was the white one, right?
White one, yes.
I'll walk up to her.
Mhm.
We wanna,
We don't want the hassle. We don't want to have to take them with us.
I know, but could we at least try to figure out some information? Do I have to speak with the I
What
don't
are we
That's
gonna
a good
do?
question. We don't know.
dead?
What are we gonna do with them when they're back up? You're not one to just kill some innocent person who's,
Don't you have those shackles?
and we have those, but I'm
Well,
not
that
sure what
slows
could happen.
down.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And I
Um,
know Wilfred's not one to just leave somebody innocent behind attacking. He's not one to kill in cold blood,
Well, he didn't have to kill.
but
I didn't say I would save you either.
you're
No, I
thinking
know.
about saving them now.
More of the talk to him.
Yeah, but then what are we gonna do with them?
Exactly. What
Yeah.
information can we glean? They have nothing for us.
Well, you got some documents off the one.
Yeah,
Uh,
I say we just dump their bodies down this.
I'll
cliff.
I'll
We-
check this. I'll check if there's anything important document wise or anything else in Laurent's.
All right, make an investigation check.
5.
5. You don't find anything important.
She wasn't the important one, guys.
Just shove them off the cliff, guys. I think be done with them. I think it rids the world of a great evil anyways. Do we know that
Yeah.
these were worshippers of Tiamat trying to bring about
they were trying, like, the only way I would leave them alive is if they would renounce their faith in Tiamat.
We know that will never
Mhm.
happen.
So that's the only way I would leave them alive.
You're making that choice for them. I'm not. Your thing's not philosophical.
Well,
Right.
you gonna help me push them off there, Erdak?
Yep, I'm with you.
All right. So you guys pick up Leirong and throw her off the cliff.
Yep.
All right. You watch her body crash into one of the cliffs and tumble to her death, joining Sobith at the end of this sort of endless abyss. And you do the same to Wuxia.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys pick up Wuxia and throw him off the cliff as well.
Rolls a natural 20 on his saving throw, gets up and teleports.
No. And that was where we will end tonight's session as you guys
Nice.
finish off the known members of the Cult of the Caustic Heart.
The only thing I can think of is we could try to